Welcome everybody to Skyward Sword HD. This is part 6. This is going to be a slightly shorter session. I just had some matters that I needed to attend to before I got started, but we got that ironed out, and then I will actually be wrapping this up a little bit early tonight, so probably won't make too much progress in this, but we will certainly do what we can with the time that we've got. I think it's actually been now I think it's been 2 weeks since we've played this last. But where we left off last was we were on our way to see the water dragon. I think her name is Farosh, if I'm remembering correctly. I might be wrong about that. Sedition, thank you so much. From the earth we will return. Yes. Got some good old Lorna Shore there, yes. Awesome. Hey, Keo. It looks like you and Sedition popped in at just the same time. And how you doing, Sedition? How's your Tuesday going? Alright, we won't waste too much time. We'll go ahead and just jump right into this. I've already forgot how the controls for this work. Ah, there we go. Crash Bandicoot won my voting poll on Instagram, so I'll be doing that. Really? You're gonna let us know when you start that, right? So that would be pretty cool. I will do my best to try and show up for that. Don't eat me! I won't eat you. What? You don't want to gobble me up? Well, that's a relief. I've been hiding here for a while. Ever since that school of scary fish swam through. School of scary fish. This thing in the middle kind of looks like it should be blown up. In fact, all these things look like they should be blown up. Looks like a way forward. Just got a notification you went live. Sorry, but you're muted because I've been training for the next 3 hours. Oh, no worries. Yeah, as a matter of fact, we just went live, so... Know it. Awesome, Sedition. Cool. When are you planning on doing that? Alright, so it looks like this is actually the way forward. Oh, now that's using your noodle. Her excellence is just up ahead. Over this way. Right, we were following this guy trying to get to her excellence. Looks like there were other places we could... Ow. Love you, Keo. The real cutie. I know everybody comes for me, absolutely, but let's face it, Keo is certainly cuter. I'm just kidding. I totally know that everybody shows up more for Keo. Oh, that cover for Final Fantasy VI? Yeah, the Prancing Dad one is amazeballs, isn't it? I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yeah, it's in my Final Fantasy playlist, so it comes up from time to time. I've got over 3,000 tracks in that playlist, though, so I don't hear much of the same thing more than once or twice, for the most part. Cheer should be 200, not 100. Oh, yeah, sure enough, it seems like it is busted there, huh? I'll try to fix that before our next session. I don't know why it's off. Wow, perfect jump. I'd call you amazing, but I think we both know it was the water dragon scale that made that little stunt possible. Yeah, it's all fine and good. Got us over here, didn't it? Suppose we probably could have poked around up there for a minute and see if there was anything important. Here's a save. And a treasure. Glad we went back. Have spaghetti. So now probably mouthwater all over it. Spaghetti does sound pretty good, but it is Tuesday, so we're having pizza. Tuesday nights are pizza night. Actually, and I just had a thought on how to fix that amount, so hopefully this will fix it. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can get that to update. There we go. Alright, now your cheer should be correct on the display there. Awesome. So we got a goddess plume. Rumors say that this item was dropped by the goddess in a long-forgotten era. It's a legendary treasure the legendary treasure few will ever behold. Got it. I don't remember what we use these for, but sure is exciting all the same to get it. Like always having to swing the other way. Come on down. Not what I meant. Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna need to try and find as many of those as we possibly can. Yeah, it's a good few rupees here too. Playing Link to the Past earlier, and man, how it aged quite well. It really did. You know, that was actually something that I was commenting on the last time that we played A Link to the Past. When we were that far along into this whole franchise playthrough, yeah, A Link to the Past is definitely a solid title still. Even to this day, it's still good. We did do a randomizer for it a long time ago. There might be a couple people here that remember us doing the co-op randomizer with Lance Leisure and Jelly D and Crethian Omega, who we gave the raid to this last Saturday. Oops, that was not good. Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe that we've already almost made it all the way through the entire Zelda franchise. Or at least most of the Zelda franchise. Yikes! Oh, they're back! That's one of the fish that weirdo brought in here and used to attack her excellence. Watch out, they're mean as they come. Are they now? Let's find out how mean, shall we? Let's see. How do we... Like that. Wow, the goddess sure knows how to pick 'em. You did great. Guessing that there isn't anything of value around here, right? Yeah. Yeah, it kind of looks like we're just heading this way. To the door. Don't even see people give Link's Awakening much love in the series, if I'm honest, but I remember it took me a while to really get the hang of it. Yeah, Mellar, for as avid a Zelda fan as he is, he doesn't particularly care much for Link's Awakening. I know for some that it's a little difficult because The puzzles are not entirely clear-cut on what exactly it is you're supposed to do, and some of the solutions kind of almost honestly feel like you're exploiting something wrong with the game. I definitely had that same sense while doing the Oracle games as well. So yeah, the solutions for some of the puzzles in Link's Awakening can be a little challenging for some. The only reason it doesn't give me too much trouble is because I've done it a few times now. I want to say I've played Link's Awakening 5 or 6 times all the way through. Something like that. At last, we're here. I do like the remake for it, though. For the Switch, I think that looks real good. Her Excellence, the Water Dragon, is just up ahead. Hang on just a second. This dude is literally a key. You know how bad that would hurt? There's a lot of exertion that goes into, like, a lot of strain that you put on a key when you turn a lock like that. Having to do that with your head would really, really suck. Please, come in. Ooh. There we go. Breath of the Wild is only one I have not yet played, but my brother convinced me to play it, and he told me it was one of the top 5 best games he's ever played. Not a huge gamer like me. A lot of people really like Breath of the Wild. Unfortunately, it does not crack my top 5 for Zelda, but I do think it's a phenomenal game. We've discussed this pretty much at length before in this channel. I think that Breath of the Wild is a phenomenal game. The thing for me is that I just don't really think of it as being the best Zelda game. It has a lot of callbacks to a lot of parts that are great about the Zelda franchise. But in my personal opinion, while it does have an interesting story, it is very lackluster and missed a lot of elements that I feel usually comprise a Zelda game. But that is my own opinion. Like I said, I still think it's a good game, and I'm still looking forward to playing it again for the sake of the channel. Especially with Tears of the Kingdom coming up, I think that will be really good. But I would really like to see Tears of the Kingdom try to go back to some of the original formula. When I say original, I mean more like more along the lines and trying to integrate things that are more like Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, etc. Ah, you there, human. You have intruded into my home, a sacred place for a few are permitted to enter. This is no place for one such as you, and yet here you stand. You will explain how you got here, and quickly. Water Dragon? I am. Those with manners addressed me as Pharaon, Warden of the Woods. I was appointed by the goddess herself. So Farosh must be the name that they gave to the Pharaon dragon in, I think, Breath of the Wild. Though my current stature is less than, well, intimidating, shall we say, know that you stand in the presence of a loyal servant of the goddess. I say, that's one of my scales you have there. A sacred gift such as that can only be carried by the goddess's chosen hero. But could you really be him? This raises questions. Even with that scale in your possession, finding my hall is no easy task. How did you find me? Yes. That cackling old hermit Kikwi told you where I live, didn't he? Honestly, I can't remember how many times I've told that scruffy thing to keep his mouth shut. That's the last straw. Next time I see him, he's dinner. Oh, but I digress. You've come here seeking a sacred flame, haven't you? Of course. I knew it. But I'll be straight with you. A shrimpy boy like you hardly looks the part of the goddess' chosen hero. There's no doubt about it. A test is in order to prove everything you say you are. Shortly before your arrival, I was attacked by a pompous creature calling himself Girahim. I stood against this self-proclaimed demon lord, but I was wounded in the encounter. The wounds he's given me are stubborn things. I have been forced to recuperate in this basin of sacred water. Unfortunately, the healing properties of the sacred water have diminished, and I am now in need of another dose to freshen up my healing bath. Bring me the container of fresh sacred water that I require. Do me this favor, and I'll gladly show you where to find the sacred flame you desire. What say you? You got it! I am analyzing the water remaining in this basin. Excellent. I can now help you douse for the water type you are searching for. Oh, goody. Master, you have wisely elected to carry an empty bottle. Use it to carry the water you seek. If you continue down this way, you'll find an exit back to the woods. Excellent. Now run along. One does not keep a dragon waiting. Okay. And now we're off to go and find magical water. Let's just take a quick glance around, see if there's anything that was worth grabbing. Hey, Azzy and Trina, how's it going? It's going pretty good for us here. We're just getting started. We started a little late, and we probably won't run as long as we normally do. I had some things that I needed to work out. I'd love to see another Twilight Princess HD, since I absolutely loved how dark the visual novelties of that game was during the time. Fun fact to anyone out there, GameCube version Link plays left-handed and the Wii right-handed, so ideally for me, I think GameCube version is slightly better. No denying Wii HD version is very good. Yeah, so that is actually a thing that I know. Being friends with Power has its perks, because he knows all sorts of ins and outs about the Zelda franchise. But yes, I am more than aware of the, not just the fact that it is, but also why it is. Had a lot to do with the fact that with Twilight Princess HD's development getting so close down to the wire. How do we do the harp? Harp. Where's the harp? Nope. 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 Ah, there we go. There you are. Twilight Princess original release date being so close down to the release for the Wii, they ended up deciding to withhold the game for as long as they could to try and make it so that they could release it on the Wii. In the process of waiting, though, they found in the development process that there was a complication with the fact that a lot of people playing the game on the Wii with motion controls would likely be right-handed. And with that being the case, they decided that it would be more prudent if they also matched Link's orientation to be right-handed, so that as a player is swinging with the right hand, it doesn't swing the sword from the left side. I say as I'm making motions with my hands. So yeah, they programmed Link to be right-handed, and then encountered a problem where by flipping his animations around and making him usable in that orientation, caused for Link to now open the doors from the hinges instead of from the handles. And as a result of this new problem, they either had to go through an immense process of making sure that all the orientations for the doors got flipped, and instead of doing it the arduous way, they just proposed, why don't we just flip the entire game mirror image? Which is exactly what they did. So the entirety of Zelda Twilight Princess, between the GameCube and the Wii version is a complete mirror flip of the original orientation, which is what they ended up undoing in the event for Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U. My estimates, you're currently situated in the southwest area of Faron Woods. Please confirm your location with your map. Got it. But, yep, so in the Twilight Princess HD, they went back to the GameCube layout, which is actually more correct if you assess the map in comparison with other Zelda games, such as Ocarina of Time and even Skyward Sword. The map's orientation makes a lot more sense for the GameCube. Oh man, I thought I got out of the way. I don't have headphones today and on the bus, so I won't be able to answer any questions you ask me. No worries. That is just fine. Hi, is this Kingdom Hearts Drop Dream Distance? It absolutely is, V. All you have to do is believe. How you doing, B? Orientation. There we go. You believe? Then therefore it is. That's all that matters. How's the school year treating you, B? It's been a while since we've caught up on that front. Am I going the right way? I feel like I'm going the wrong way. I am absolutely going the wrong way. Let's go this way. This game has Heartless. You quit? That's a little surprising to me. Got to be a little too much pressure for you, huh? So what are you doing instead, then? Are you still doing tutoring stuff, any amount of teaching, or are you pursuing a new path? Darn it. There we go. Now they're all gold now. Please. There we go. You just smack it a few times. Eventually you'll get it the right way. Kingdom Hearts. Random word association. That alone is good enough to be a title. I think we need to go to the deep woods. Man, these guys are everywhere. Shoot. Come on. Please. I'm like constantly trying to guess to figure out which way it's going to open up. Because I know that usually when it doesn't open up one way and I smack it the wrong direction, that it'll usually end up doing the opposite. But now it wants to prove me wrong. Not necessary. Cool. Probably gonna apply for jobs where I can use my English more. That'd be pretty cool. Also thinking of applying for major in English teaching. Private schools train you. Okay. So, was it just the age range that you were having some difficulty with trying to teach? Or was it the amount of work that you were needing to do? I guess, in short, my question has more to do with, would being an English major and teaching it at a higher level be easier for you to do than where you were at? Main issue were the groups. Okay. That's entirely fair. Sometimes you can have the right job in the wrong place, and that can make a lot of difference. So, but I'm sure that you'll get where you're trying to get to. World does need more teachers. Yes. About your question, the public system of education pays better. Less hours and pressure. Okay. So you were teaching privately then. And public schooling has got better funding. Gotcha. I follow. I might be dumb, but I understood that. No, my day today was a little interesting. I had I had a little bit of work drama which I'm trying to decide still whether I'm actually the problem, but based off of the fact that I usually get along with just about anybody, and I've never, in all my time working here, ever had an issue with anybody before, and the guy that has beef is still fairly new. My guess is that it probably had a lot more to do with this guy than it did me. Okay, will you hold still? Punk. So in short, this story is my team wanted to try and do a activity that is borderline gambling. And I had only expressed my opinion that it might not be as... It might not look as good for other people looking at the team in our activity. Basically, they were wanting for willing participants of the team to participate to this little game that we're technically already playing this game, but it's not for any big keeps. We're playing for like fun size candy bars, little pocket notebooks, and stuff you can buy from the dollar store. But somebody proposed adding like $1 or $2 to a pot for a winner-take-all sort of thing. And I just expressed that I didn't really agree with the way that that was going and that it probably wouldn't get passed. And then my my lead had confirmed my suspicion and said that that was probably a no-go, or that was most definitely a no-go. And was then chalked up to, oh, well, you know, if anything were to be fun, we absolutely can't do that in the workplace, so haha. Well, of course, everybody took that to thinking that I'm the teacher's pet or something like that. And this one guy, the guy that made this proposal in the first place, really took an issue with it. And I wasn't mean about it at all. I was not mean about it at all. You know, all I was saying is just that, hey, you know, this might not be so great, you know, depending on how it's looked at. We might want to try and, you know, do this as, you know, maybe we can offer, like, a king-size candy bar or something like that. No, nothing of really any big value or anything like that. So, because, you know, $1 or $2 from a team of 20 people, if everybody's playing, that means that the person who ends up with the pot at the end is like $40, you know. And our contractual agreements and stuff clearly indicate that we can't even offer, like, we can't offer prizes or gifts to anybody that is worth more than a total of, I think, like $15 to $20. Like, at most. And that's if you're getting, like, somebody a nice retirement party or something like that. Oh, V. So, yeah. My manager wasn't in yesterday, but she saw the message and just kind of reaffirmed today when she saw it that it was definitely not something that was going to work out for the team. Definitely crosses where there's red tape, and that it was just not really a good idea. So, the guy, the originator, messages me about how he just really wanted there to be something fun about what we're already doing, because the little game that we're playing, it is dumb, you know, it's something that breaks up the monotonous work that we're doing right now. Because what we're assisting another department is what's happening. And all we're doing is inputting data that's on a paper into the computer. And that's not normally our scope of work. We usually have something that's a bit more involved than that. So, you know, this guy is complaining about them just needing something extra to do with the monotony. And I'm just kind of like, dude, we're already doing this. Like... That's exactly why we're playing this little game in the first place. This little contest that we're doing right now, is already the answer to your problem. Like, I'm I'm sorry that the idea of just a little friendly competition in the team ain't doing it for you. But, you know, this was already the solution provided to your problem. But anyway, I was nice about it in my response and basically told him, look, buddy, I am, you know, all I was trying to do is propose to you that there are other ways that we can go about this. Like, if we want to have, like, an extra prize, like a larger prize for somebody who does, like, exceptionally well in this little game, then sure, yeah, why not? We could, you know, we can even go as far as, you know, like stuffed animals. As long as it's not something that's monetary, you know, it can't be any actual money. If we were doing this for Monopoly money or something that, you know, like a currency that just only had to do with our team, that would be completely fine, you know, but it's just the nature of what he's wanting out of it, and to get so upset at me for not understanding the difference between the letter of the law and the spirit of the law, and that any other team activity, this is actually part of this, he's like, any other team activity could probably just as equally be chalked up to being as equally inappropriate as the suggestion that you provided, and blah, blah, blah. Going on about this whole thing and basically saying, look, Sarge, I'm saying that you don't seem to have any opinion about it having any amount of fun here. I was trying to provide a simple little fun thing that we can do to break up this monotonous work. And I would just really appreciate it if there was actually some real thought behind what I was trying to propose instead of just the immediate shutdown. And I'm just reading his message thinking, you know that I'm not the guy that has the say with this, right? Like, I have no more authority than you do. So, but yeah, that was super fun, and it's honestly not the first time that I've observed this particular individual kind of being a bit aggressive, I guess. Whether his intentions are hostile or not, I was made to feel uncomfortable about the situation because I got approached directly about this whole scenario. So, you know, I was made to feel uncomfortable, and on top of that, it also wasted the precious time that I have in a day to do the job that we are being rushed to do right now, because we are under some intense deadlines. So, anyway, that's my work drama today. Thank you. Oh, that's cool. I forgot that you can stab the fruit in this game. So, and here's the funny thing. I never find myself in situations like this. I've been a working man now for over a decade, right? And this is one of the few times that I've ever had anybody like come to me with this kind of approach in any way. You know, I've had coworkers that I haven't gotten along with before, and that's not an issue, because for me, if I have a coworker that I don't get along with, it's just easy enough for me to be cordial and go about my day. You know, it's like I don't need to get upset about how frustrating they are. I don't even have to talk badly about them behind their back. If it's just somebody I don't like, I just don't have to socialize, and that's the end of that. But, you know, I still am part of the team, and even if I have to do a project with somebody I don't like, I'm still capable of sucking it up and dealing with it. So, I'm a very easygoing person, and in my response, I even let this guy know, like, you know, I'm a very honest individual, and I'm also very easy to get along with, which was my subtle indication to this guy, telling him, look, buddy, if you got beef with me, it's only because you brought the beef. Readings indicate the presence of sacred water within the temple. Unfortunately, it is not possible to use your dousing ability here. Based on my calculations, I estimate the water is located in the deepest part of the temple complex. Yep, where we've already been once before, but sure, why not? Let's go there again. Greater enemy presence than before. Please. Please. Gosh. Stab's way too slow. There we go. So, and then shortly after that, we found out that there's going to be a lot more pressure put on us to try and finish the workload that I'm kind of doubtful that we're going to get through. Someone important made a promise that we were going to be caught up by the end of the year, which is a promise that I kind of wish that they hadn't made, but what can you do? So, you know, I had also told this guy that just like anybody else, I'm there to do the job as best as I can. I'll provide as much team participation as I possibly can, and that I am comfortable with. I don't usually put myself out there very often. I'm not much of a party person, and I don't really do a lot of party planning, so I don't really have a lot of suggestions. But, you know, I contribute where I am capable of doing so. Yeah, so let's absolutely do some treasure hunting. I called it. You got treasure hunter written all over your face. Did the big stone guy out there tip you off to the loot too? Stone guy? No one's beaten me to all the sweet loot piled up in this place. Okay. We're gonna probably draw a really bad rupee or something. Yep, bad rupee, here we go. Woo! Don't watch, babe, I'm an embarrassment to the art world. Ah! Haha! I did it. Ooh, we found a silver rupee from that, too. Nice! Wow. 10 of 10, Bob Ross approved. Excellent. Oh, right. I think we have to climb in through this way, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Here we go. Nice! What Kyo said. Ah, well, thank you, guys. I knew all I had to do was believe, but it helps that you believed as well. Please. Not necessary? Cool. That worked. You made Hyrule great again. Excellent. That's exactly what we were going for. Hope you can smooth things over. No fighting or I'll talk with your parents. My mom does actually work at where I work. She's not my coworker. She's not allowed to be my manager. But, funny statement all the same, because... No, you know, the way that I portrayed it made it sound like I was maybe being a little bit more aggressive back to him. I really wasn't. I tend to take very neutral stances when it comes to whenever I find myself in situations like this, because I really don't like to argue with people. Sarge pulled his hair, and Dominique bit his arm. Is that what you're trying to say? Just fantastic. I work like a weasel just to swipe a key from that monster, and then I have to go and lose it. I just can't remember which hole I hid it in. Ah, and here I thought that key would be my ticket to a life of luxury. Could have sworn I buried it right around here. I bet I know where you left it. And I bet I'm gonna take it too. Yeah, after my response, the guy basically said that he understood my, or he appreciated my thought, my response. Basically said that he appreciates my honesty and for telling him what my thought process actually was behind my response, and that I was not just trying to be you know, a Grinch intentionally, that my concern really was legitimate for the idea of promoting a activity that would not be approved by, you know, per our agreement and everything. Next time, hug and play Zelda. Show the newest toy. What is the newest toy? It's been a while since I bought one. I need to get on that. Trying to think. I think the newest toy that I have, I actually bought last year. So that would be my Eivor Funko Pop. We like Funko Pops around here. So this is Eivor from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Phenomenal game. I'm actually wearing the t-shirt from Assassin's Creed Valhalla today. But that is the latest one that I bought for myself. What newer toy are you thinking of? Using it to stream. The microphone? I mean, I suppose that I had bought that one last. Or are you talking about my Joy-Cons? My Joy-Cons are special edition Legend of Zelda, if that's what you're referring to. It's got the motifs for, oh, the PC. I see. Might be difficult. I don't know how I would actually pick up the computer to show it, but I might have an idea. Time to open the CPU and show everything. I have an idea. Give me 1 second. Just kidding. Well, no, V, you asked, so now I have to show it, right? A magician never reveals his secrets. I'm not going to show you the secrets. I'm just going to show you the case for the most part. Okay. That certainly didn't sound good. Sounds like DLC might have had a little bit of a bunk. Okay. I'm taking it so seriously. So very seriously. You asked. You wanted to see it. You said so yourself. Okay. And now we need a window capture. Alright, this might get ugly for just 1 second. There it is. Yeah. That is what the tower looks like. I didn't get a whole lot of detail on it. It's got that glass siding on it that allows for you to see into it. There's a little bit of RAM and some potential upgrades in the future for it as well. But yeah, that is the beautiful casing that I have for it. It's actually quite nice. Honestly, it needs more lights on the inside. That was something that I didn't get a whole lot of when I put it together. So it does have a little bit of light, but not like a whole ton. But there you go, V. That is the latest toy, just for you. The Tower of God. Hardly. So yeah, that's that. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of potential with this build. When I made the computer, or when I put the tower together with all the parts that I had bought for it, the intent behind it was just to go far enough that I can upgrade more of it later. So probably has been long enough that I could stand to put a few bucks into it again. I might have an answer for you, V. Huh. Was not at all what we were going for. Oh, please. Can you actually climb on that, or are you just yanking my chain? You are indeed just yanking the chain. Please? Go away. Seriously, why do you keep doing that? Take talk, V. What's your question? Did I get every medal? I beat you to your question. Yes, V, we got every damn medal, okay? Every single one. In all seriousness, the full Star Fox Adventure, Star Fox 64 playthrough that we did has been posted to the YouTube page, so you're more than welcome to review and see just how many of those medals I actually got, because I actually don't know the answer to that one. I allowed you to know. You're so funny. Okay, I don't think that I can actually... Wow, okay. Go away. Thank you. I don't think I can actually swim... Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, that was a... That was not mildly frustrating at all. No regrets. I wouldn't want you to have regrets, V. It's a very thoughtful question. I appreciate you taking the time out to consider it before asking it. Bye. Any additional treasure chests? Or can we just go straight to the end? I think we can just go straight to the end. So we're gonna do that. I think there was a piece of heart in here, if I'm not mistaken. That's not what I meant. This is Legend of Zelda and constantly the item that I didn't mean to grab for. Yep. Aww. What a jerk. That's not gonna hit them, is it? No. Ah! Jerk. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere safe we can stand. Probably just behind these mushrooms. Bye. There we go. It sounds like DLC's a bit unhappy. Sheesh. I dig some serious miles to get my paws on treasure, and I've found squat. Talk about bad luck. I think some no-good thief beat me to the goods. There's nothing here but water now. Who in the stinking world would come all this way for water? Nobody, that's who. I'm cutting my losses and heading home. See ya. Yeah, the bug dies on occasion. Is sad. We're back! I don't think this is gonna make me refight that boss, is it? Oh, no, it's gonna make me fight worse. Cool. Because, who doesn't love fighting some Stalfos? Youch. Took one of them out. Just getting wrecked like a noob here. You have that kind of range? Are you kidding me? So I pre-ordered Crisis Core. Yeah! A decision I am quite excited about. Okay, well I just got thoroughly destroyed like a noob, but we made it! Sometimes I am nothing but grace in this game, and in other times, I am not graceful at all. Sacred water nearby. There are no monster auras causing interference, so you can now douse here. That's nice. Hearts have decreased quite dramatically. Seriously. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Fee. Let's get some health here. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about Crisis Core. I think it'll be a pretty good time. Probably not going to be streaming that one, but all the same, I am definitely looking forward to getting my hands on it. Unfortunately, though, it looks like my attempts to pre-order to get the steelbook for it might be in vain. Pure water can heal the wounds of the water dragon. It has mystical properties that cannot be found in ordinary water. Nice. Alright, you're out, Azzy? Sounds good. Thanks so much for dropping in, and have a great night. This isn't at all confusing. V, Sedition, and Azzy and Trina all have the exact same color on my side. You're all blue, so I'm like having to double check and make sure I see everybody's proper messages. Assassin's Creed Mirage. I'm gonna be completely honest. For as much of an avid Assassin's Creed fan as I am, I actually still haven't watched the trailer for Mirage. I'm really hyped up about it, but I haven't watched the trailer yet. I am failing so bad. So bad. Yours blue? I think you're blue most of the time, but V used to be pink, so I don't know why she's blue this time. V says to stream all the Zelda games again. Probably not, if I'm being completely honest. As much fun as this has been, there have been a couple of Zelda games that I would think I'm perfectly content to not return to. There are a couple of them that I would definitely be able to do again, but I don't think I would do a whole franchise playthrough again. Point to your preferred destination. Okay, can we? Thank you. Lake Floria. Yes. Por favor. Perfect. Stuck the landing and everything. Shoot. There we go. Yes, just look at that color. There's no doubt this is the water I need. Quickly, boy. Pour it into my basin. What did we just do? Hello. Exquisite. I can feel its energy surging through me. Behold the full majesty of Pharaon, Watcher Dragon and Guardian of these lands. I stand tall-heeled and whole once again. Human, you have done well to bring me the sacred water I asked you for. I see now that it was no coincidence that you completed the goddess trial and obtained a water dragon scale. In turn, I will grant you the favor you asked of me and lead you to the sacred flame of my land. Come. Wahoo. Now, behold. Alright, yeah, I'm impressed. Just stop a waterfall. Go. The sacred flame you seek lies within this place. While the waterfall has barred entrance to this place for many years, monsters have still found a way in, and inside they flourish. But you are the goddess's chosen hero. Swatting a few monsters will be no trouble for you. I imagine you and I will cross paths again. Until then, do not lower your guard. Farewell, boy. And whoosh! Away she goes. Alright, I gotta hop in the water. And then, okay. Yep, taking your surroundings as we head down into this dungeon. It is time for the cistern. This is probably a good place to save. Nice. Okay. Well, here we are like nearly halfway into this game, and we're still pulling on levers to open doors that are literally right beside them. Smart. Bump. You want to come down here and play? There you go. Got here. Strike the gemstones pointing in 4 directions wisely. The way will only open for the one who knows the temple's secret order. Hey, you know what's actually funny about this text is that there is, this is reused in a couple of sequences from, different games. The temple's secret order, this is almost an exact message from something we saw in Phantom Hourglass. Was a while ago. And I think before that, there is a part in Link's Awakening that says the same. Is there anything else down here? Is this just a catch basin? Kinda looks like it might just be a catch basin. Fun. Okay, well, that was weird. For half a moment, I forgot we were underwater. So, perfect. I was thinking more like Majora's Mask, where it doesn't really flow. It just let you climb into it to travel upwards. I'm sure we'll be back. Doesn't feel right that Assassin's Creed will turn 15 in weeks' time, and then to Brotherhood Revelations will have birthdays that same week. Oh, yeah, yeah, that 15 years kind of crept up on us real quick, like. I was actually, when I was hanging out with Vagrant last weekend for the anime convention that we were at, we were talking about Assassin's Creed, and she has never actually been able to get herself into the entire game. I ended up telling her pretty much the entire plot line for it, almost start to finish, while Kyo was taking a little nap. Okay, so that's down. My guess is that these probably need to go in the, a certain order. Oh, shoot. That was not cool. But I want that rupee. There we go. Got it. Didn't get to the series heavily until 2 came out. Been a favorite since. Number 1 always be Brotherhood, but I think Black Flag and Origins are on top of the list. My top 3 are Black Flag, Valhalla, and Origins. But yeah, Brotherhood was pretty good. I didn't start into Assassin's Creed until I think the release of Syndicate, actually. I knew I couldn't start with Syndicate. I did start from the beginning. I didn't go any of them out of order. But yeah, I haven't been a part of Assassin's Creed for a while, or until fairly recently. But man, that summer that I was doing Assassin's Creed, it was like all I was doing for a good hot minute. Kia would probably remember that. At my last job, I worked as a seasonal employee, and I had my summers free because I'd only be able to work a total of 10 months out of the year. And at the time, this was before DLC, I just had time. I didn't have enough money to really do a lot of extra stuff while I was on my seasonal break, so a lot of my free time just ended up going to games that I owned, and pretty much just trying to catch up on my backlog at any opportunity that I had. Since we didn't have any kind of extra income, I didn't have the income that I had while I was working through the rest of the year. So yeah, it was pretty much day in and day out of video games, which sounds wonderful, but I also couldn't sleep at night, which is not a very usual thing for me. Usually I pass right out, but being that unmotivated for, not necessarily unmotivated, but being unable to do anything was kind of difficult. Get a second job. Well, the problem with getting a second job would then have been that I couldn't collect unemployment. So most of the jobs that I could just go and pick up wouldn't have been able to pay as much as my unemployment benefit. So it didn't make any sense. And then a third job. And it provided the opportunity between being able to just do whatever I want for as much time as I want, and going out and working. I could just be at home doing the same thing, you know, it's whatever. I'm gonna jump on this just so it can initiate that cutscene I thought that it was gonna do. Carved into the great statue are inscriptions of gratitude. They reveal the secret order of this temple. Why would I want unemployment benefits if I already had a real job? So, where I was working as an IT help desk for internal associates for H&R Block tax company. So our tax season obviously ended in April, but they needed us for a lot of other stuff between June through April. So a lot of the year was pretty much already taken up in that time. My unemployment benefit covered a good majority of what I was losing from when I would go off of my seasonal, or go onto my seasonal break. But the amount of money that was being offered at the time was more substantial than a lot of other jobs that I could just go and apply for. So like anything like a gas station or a convenience store wouldn't have paid me as much as the unemployment benefit. So, you know, and it was one of those things that it was just kind of expected that a lot of us were going to do anyway. So it's one of those situations that, you know, there wasn't really any problem with it. I would just indicate that I'd be returning in 2 months' time, and they would just hand me the paycheck. So I was cheating the system? I suppose if you want to look at it that way. Unemployment does exist for people who, you know, fall into a category of lost job, need income until find another job, which definitely makes sense. But the laws here say that if you're seasonal and your season ends, you can, if you have a return date that's within 2 months of your end date, and you're going to be going back to work, they just pay you the unemployment. You don't have to apply for any other jobs or anything. On the records for my job at H&R Block, I was still technically an associate. The way that they handle for seasonal associates was the consideration in their system. When you'd go on your seasonal break, you would be listed as seasonally deactivated, and that was different than being terminated. Because if you were terminated, then you wouldn't be coming back. But no, a lot, and this is pretty much the way that it was across the board for like majority of the employees that work for H&R Block. And this is how it goes for even the tax pros too. When tax pros offices shut down, they do the same thing. They have a job, and trying to get any other job while waiting for their job to start back up is not usually equal to what they would get out of unemployment, so they just hang out. But I mean, I was working 10 months out of the year, so. Okay, so we're looking for the pattern. I noticed that down below we found one that was for the down. I think we need to try and find more of those. Wow. Do you mind? Thank you. I wish our government had a program like that one. It came down to our state government. So local government is the one that handles that. So that's the state's Department of Workforce Services, and I would just tell them how much money I was making and how long I was going to be out of my job for, and they would just give me a check. Paid once a week. Okay, so we have the orientations of down and up. Trying to see which other ones there are. If there are any others in this room. Maybe on the opposite side. Yep. So I got hired on full-time for H&R Block. They were going to start doing away with the seasonal module that they were using, because they had a lot of people that they were actually still losing that needed to find other work and didn't want to wait around for the 2 months. It wasn't substantial enough income to go off of unemployment alone, so a lot of people ended up just leaving. And so they ended up changing our seasonal module to an actual full-time, and hired in a lot of people. And that was about the time that that we knew that we were pregnant with DLC. So I did actually, step up to the plate for that. I was I was always on the top of the callback list for being a seasonal employee, so it was almost kind of expected that I would get full-time when that started being offered out. That came with all the benefits and everything as well. So, yeah, I applied for the full-time position. I did really well in the interview. They gave me the full-time position as soon as I applied for it. You know, I always did what was the responsible thing. The thing that I don't envy was some of the people that I worked with that were seasonal employees that had kids at the time. Because, I mean, yeah, the unemployment benefit was enough to pay my bills. It wasn't a lot to do much else, so I just hanging out day in and day out. Okay, I don't know if we have the full code for this thing. I feel like there's a piece of this puzzle that we're missing out on. Technically speaking, I'm still technically seasonal at the job that I work at now, but that matters a lot less because we have so much work that needs to be done. I will not be seeing a seasonal break anytime soon. I feel like this is supposed to be the top. No, we need to find more. And it turned out that the people who were seasonal in 2020 ended up lucking out the most, because when we all got, or when everybody who didn't get full-time ended up going on furlough, they got the government assistance as well because of the lockdown and a lot of people losing their jobs, so they ended up making more money on unemployment. The year that I got full-time, everybody ended up making more money being on unemployment than me, who was actually still working. And man, that was a crazy work year too. Like, I do not miss that in the least. Okay, the other two hints have to be around here somewhere. So as much as it sounds nice that I was just sitting in the lap of luxury, one of my work buddies who didn't get hired on full-time, he was all talking about going and finding a new job and everything. They offered him more than what he was making while he was actually working on the unemployment. And because of that, he ended up just being able to hang out and collect on a lot more money than he realistically needed. And that's one of the hardest working guys I know, too. And he said, quite honestly, Sarge, I'm not even sure that I really want to come back with how much money they're offering me at the moment. Okay. Left, right. Assuming that this rotates the way that I think it does. I think I know what the answer to this is. Oh, I thought I tried that combination already. When he did come back to work, he ended up being able to climb the ranks a lot faster. I started getting severely burned out with that job. They had kind of worked us backwards, so the positions that I had been working to climb through the 5 years that I'd worked there, all of my work ended up being for naught. Is that really not the order? Strike the gemstones pointing in 4 directions wisely. The way will only open for the one who knows the temple's secret order. I am not sure what the secret order is supposed to be. I know where the indicators are on it. Maybe I gotta take a closer look and see if there's any indication of what number these are supposed to be. So they don't have anything that's like that for you with your government B. No unemployment assistance or anything like that. If you're out the job, then you don't have any options, no fallback plan for paying your bills or anything. Because the thing about unemployment benefit here is that you either have to have a job that you'll be returning to within 2 months, or you have to be actively applying for work, with a minimum of 4 job requests or job applications per week. They really make you work for it if you don't have a job already lined up. I seriously don't see any indication on these to tell us what order these are supposed to go in. It's like I found them all, but I don't know what order they go in. Carved into the great statue are inscriptions of gratitude. They reveal the secret order of this temple. Oh, well that helps. First the back, and then the rear, then the back of the right hand, and finally the back of the left hand. Okay. So the back is, so it's up, down, back of the right hand, then back of the left hand. Back of the right hand. Let's see, this is the left hand. What's the left hand? What's on the back of the left hand? Right. Okay. Should be up, down, left, right. I mean, if that sounds cushy to you, Reaper had told me a little bit about how things work in his country as well. Well, probably not my place to say where all he is, but where he's at, they do take medical leave a lot more seriously. So if you have a legit medical issue, you can pretty much take a lot of time off for it. Never heard of anything quite as nice as what he's got in his country. One thing's for sure, though. I think that a lot of places, regardless of where you live, you can always chalk up, you know, the idea that sure sounds nicer somewhere else. You know, there's some... every place has its own issue, you know? There's things about anywhere that are undesirable. I guess that's why the saying is, grass is always greener on the other side. Come on. There you go. Excuse me. There you go. Perfect. Go up this way. Okay, I see. Now that we're finally starting to make some progress here. Looks nothing like Tom Holland. I quite frankly agree. How's it going, Critical RPG? Welcome, welcome. Looks like this is your first time in. Personally, I've been kind of getting a little annoyed with the Tom Holland obsession. Here's the thing. I will definitely say that I am one of the biggest fans of Legend of Zelda. I hope that they never make a live action. Speaking of from the experience of the cartoon back from the 80s, please, let there never be a live action. I love Zelda games. They can produce Zelda games until, you know, the end of time. I'll be completely content with that. But please, please don't make live action adaptation for Legend of Zelda. Just don't do it. That might be a slightly controversial take for some. Yeah, Critical, if you like Legend of Zelda games, you're definitely in the right place. We try to do Zelda streams every Tuesday. I have kind of a strange relationship with my schedule. Since I am a father to a 2-year-old, sometimes my stream schedule becomes a little bit unreliable for the Tuesday nights that I'm usually live, but we try to do Legend of Zelda, and we have been doing a full series playthrough. Started from the 1986 Legend of Zelda, and worked our way all the way up to Skyward Sword HD. We've been playing all the games in their original release order and filling in the HD versions only on games where I felt like the HD remakes were better than the originals, which has been mostly applicable to just Link's Awakening, Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, and Skyward Sword HD. We did the original versions for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Shoot! Shoot! We did Spirit Tracks, yes. If it's one that you're interested in watching, I actually keep all of my VODs on YouTube. All you have to do is command YouTube, and you can have access to my my collection of VODs. The entirety of our playthrough for Spirit Tracks is on there. Heck. Oh my hell, okay. Come on, stab already. I think he's getting annoyed. I think I'm getting annoyed. You're sorry for my playthrough of Spirit Tracks? Oh my gosh. Please. That was less than graceful. And that's it. Ah. Found us a whip. Which we find to be kind of a recurring item through the series. Maybe only twice. Pretty sure it's just Phantom Hourglass in this one, right? It's been so long since we've done some of the other games that I'm kind of already forgetting the details. I don't think that there was one for... Yeah, the whip is only in 2 games, I'm pretty sure. Phantom Hourglass and Skyward Sword. Okay. Now then... I think now that we have the whip, we can make some more progress here. I don't have a whole lot left in playtime left. We'll go ahead and do a quick save. But I was hoping to wrap this up at the top of the hour, so that gives us about 21 minutes. I guess what I was getting confused with wasn't the whip so much as the grapple hook from Wind Waker. It's kind of like a whip, not really though. It works in the same mechanic for this though. Wahoo! All that work and now we have a dungeon map. Needless to say, I don't believe that we will be making it through this dungeon by the end of our stream tonight. I was hoping we'd make it through, but we didn't quite have that much time. let's see. That kind of looks like we need to raise the... Oh, wait, no, we can just do this. I am so big brain. Straight up just about needed to unga bunga that one. I'm all looking at it like, does not compute. Wait a second, this isn't the way we need to go. Yeah, critical, I'm not entirely sure what you were saying sorry about, unless you were referring to the play session that we did for those DS games. Admittedly, trying to do that through an emulator was quite tedious. Sweet, found another spider. Ow. Whoa. I think you can draw a heart, right? With this thing? Guess we'll find out. Time to do Bob Ross proud. Oh gosh. That did not go according to plan. But it worked. Okay. We'll call it, and this is a tree. Sarge Commander. Come on. Straight. There we go. You missed, dude. So, Sedition, you're gonna let me know the moment you find out about your email that you sent, right? Oh, dang it. That was so not good. Why is it doing that? One first people. Yee. Sweet. Hope that works out. So that would be super dope. Yeah, it's hard to believe that show is going to be coming up here pretty soon. Already only 2 weeks. Oh yeah, getting with the guitarist would be pretty dope. I think that my friend that agreed to come with me is as excited about this as I am, but going to the show. Which is funny, considering how much he's the one that influenced me into listening to deathcore in the first place. But yeah, he says that surprisingly, it doesn't strike his interest as much. I know, who couldn't love Sun Eater? Yeah, he said that Sun Eater seemed a little too generic for him, and I'm just like, what? How on earth is Sun Eater generic? It is iconic, my dude. Enjoy the opening intro. It's like God of War Classic mode. I suppose a little bit, huh? My friend's kind of strangely picky about some stuff sometimes. He's a really cool guy, and he really actually is a phenomenal guitar player, but sometimes the things when it comes to, I recommend stuff to him and he's just kind of meh about it, but then like I'll find out down the road that like he is into something else that I'm just like, really? So not what I told you was awesome, but this other thing that is incredibly lame. Okay, if you say so. Now, the one that threw me the most for a loop was when he handed me his playlist and there's Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit on them. I'm like, bro, you okay? This is not stuff that I thought that either of us really listened to. Nope, sure enough. It's just stuff that he's into sometimes. It just doesn't make any sense. You don't like what you like, right? There's a speed booster for this thing. We need that speed booster. How much further into this thing we can get in 10 minutes? I'm still doubting we'll finish this, but I think we're gonna get close. Link, come on. There you go. Gib. Now I'm gonna come over there and kick your ass. Well, well. That sure looks like a boss key to me. And a not so conspicuous location. Who knows? Maybe we'll finish this. I'd like to get Shadow of Intent on my page soon, since I have interviewed the current drummer whose last name is the same as mine in real life. That's really cool. Shadow of Intent is actually a group that that my buddy is into, so we can agree that Shadow of Intent's really good. We had briefly considered going and seeing that show since they were here, but that didn't work out. New album is super dope. I haven't given it a whole ton of listen. It's actually that new album that my buddy doesn't like. He says that he's all about all the older stuff in it, but not so much the newer. I know, right? It's okay. He wounds me every time he tells me that Whitechapel isn't that good, too, and I'm just like, why you gotta be so rude? Went death metal route, and they blend symphonics and melodic sections very well. I agree. I was actually, I don't remember what song I was listening to, but I honestly had more of an impression of almost black metal in one of their songs. I don't remember which song it was, though. Get down. Way is clear. One thing that he and I can both agree on is that we hope that Angel Maker plays some of their older music. The latest Angel Maker album has not really struck me as being horribly impressive. Gosh dang. Come on. There we go. Bonk. Hey, someone left a 20 down there. Whatever, it's ours now. That was not so fun. Surprised by the new Whitechapel. It says something being a fan of their first 3 albums. I love the Valley-filled clean vocals. Yeah, I started noticing the clean vocals when let's see, what album was it? Mark of the Blade. My wife got me Mark of the Blade for Christmas of 2015, I think it was. Either 2015 or 2016. I don't remember which of those two. When I met Kyo, I was blasting the Whitechapel album like crazy. Pretty sure we've already discussed this. I showed off my my copy of the album that I've got. But yeah, I was super into it, and then I put it away for a while. When I first met Kyo, I was under the impression that she wasn't going to like metal much at all, and that was definitely not the case. So after I got back into things a little bit a few years later, I found that we both kind of really enjoyed the Whitechapel. And then, you know, around the time that they started putting out the Valley, when they put out the Valley was when I was kind of like, okay, yeah, their style's definitely changing, but man, Kin fires on all cylinders. I think it's a very great album because it proves that deathcore does not need to be 24/7 in your face in order to strike a very meaningful message, which I definitely appreciate about the band's new direction. There's really, really powerful stuff in the newest album, and yeah, it's definitely a situation where less is more. Blood-Soaked Symphony? Yeah. Yes, sir. Send you the Pain Remains album overview I've written about since I've outdone myself writing about the album. Yeah, I'd love to see that. For sure. You can post it in the server if you'd like to. Or you can just send it to me if you'd rather. My eyes only. I don't mind either way. Okay, where does this take us? Oh, you know what, guys? We're actually at time right now. Which means we need to wrap this up. Whatever pizza you're getting is stuff in my fat belly. Hey, I thought you said you're getting spaghettis. It's close enough to pizza, alright? Nice. Alright. Yeah, I better not run over my stream time, because kind of promised Kyo that I'd be available at 7, so I'm not entirely sure that she's here at the moment, but it's all the same, I need to wrap this up. So we made some progress, not a whole ton. It's all good, though. So then, I guess the question comes down to, is there somebody live that we can go give a raid to? Oh, you know what? As a matter of fact, it looks like one of my old high school friends is live right now. Halo K. She is currently playing a Scooby-Doo game. Night of 100 Frights. Just noodles and no crust, essentially, right? Yeah, let's give this raid to Halo K. Some of you guys have met Halo K. Some of you people might have gone to high school with us. She's kind of a variety streamer. Fun character. And she's given us support in the past, so we'll definitely return that favor. So I should be live for more Star Fox Adventures on Friday night. Friday night's schedule is pretty much as normal. I'm planning next week to be good for Tuesday's stream for more Skyward Sword HD next Tuesday. However, next Friday is kind of up in the air. I might be streaming. I might be playing D&D. That is yet to come to full realization, but it's quite likely that we will be moving next week's Friday night to Saturday instead, but I won't know until we get that far. Anyway, that's further out than anybody needs to really worry about. If anybody needs to know kind of what's going on with scheduling, I keep up to date with that on the Discord server. For anyone who hasn't joined the Discord server, I posted a link there for you. And again, for the mention of previous videos or previous VODs for previous sessions, I do have the YouTube up, which has all the content for all of the Zelda games that we've finished, and also the Star Fox 64 run that we just finished up, and the first episode of Star Fox Adventures, as well as our play session for God of War and Hellblade as well. Alright, so let's go give that rage to Halo K. Alright guys, well, it's been an absolute pleasure as always to hang out with you guys. I definitely enjoy doing the streaming stuff. Apologize we didn't get very far with the Zelda tonight, but at the very least, you know, we did get a stream in, which is always nice. Got to hang out, chat some music, talk about work life and stuff, and get to catch up, which is always a good time. So thank you Sedition and B for hanging out, Keo for being here, Azzy and Trina, and Metal King, I know that you were lurking, but thank you guys so much. All other lurkers who just hanging out silently, appreciate you guys. We will catch you guys Friday night for Friday night for Star Fox Adventures, although it may as well be Star Wars if we're being completely honest. Enjoy those bits for the show. Thank you so much, Sedition, for the bits. Thank you guys for your support continually. Corp level. Corp, you just missed it. Yep. Got to lurk the whole time, didn't get to hang out. Hope stream was good, and you'll have a good night. Thank you so much, Corp. Thanks for lurking, all the same. We will chat with you in the server. Have a great night. We're going to go ahead and jump this raid over to Halo K. Have a good night.